I got the mom hair going on today, so if you're gonna judge me, go ahead and judge me. Have you ever, wanted to do a really quick organization thing and then it just turns into like a whole day thing? Yeah, that's me today. So I was feeling like shopping the other night when I was on my phone. I know, terrible habit. And I bought some really cool pantry organization things that I wanted to share with you, and I also wanted to put up in my pantry and see how they worked. One of them was a really sweet can rotator. If you are getting into prepping, you know that it's a really good idea to have a rotation system for your goods so that you're not wasting anything, because when you're prepping, you have a lot more of things on hand than you typically would go through in, say, like a week or a month. So you want to make sure that nothing goes to waste. So a can rotating system I thought would be a really cool solution to the issue I was having right now with my current system in my scary closet. It was very hard to tell what cans of things I had. They were stacked on top of each other, and literally anytime I would try to grab something out, it would cause like an avalanche. So the thought of these can rotators was really awesome. I found some that stacked on top of each other. Another thing about having a small pantry is that you want to be using your vertical space. I'm going to have a whole video about how to organize and get the most out of a small space, so if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when that video comes out. It's going to come out very soon after this one. But you want to be using all of your vertical space, and so I was really excited to try them out. So what I had found out is that these stackable can gadgets don't fit on the shelf in my closet where my cans originally were. I thought that they would fit, but they don't. So, plan B, I have to take everything off of this shelf, and I'm going to basically have to rearrange everything to be able to fit these cans here on this shelf. So, my 10-minute project turned into an all-day project. This definitely wasn't the plan for today, but this was the only shelf that could fit the stackable can racks, so I had to clear everything off of this shelf so that I could put those rotating can racks here. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the rest of the shelf yet. You'll see me trying to figure that out here. And of course, what I should have done in the first place, just a quick check to make sure this rack actually fits here. And we're good. We've got Brinley, all calm over here, moving as quickly as I can because you know that's not going to last long. I love these two shelves here. I didn't actually buy them for this purpose. I used them at a farmer's market when I was selling candles a few years ago, and they're perfect for this space. They really help to make use of that vertical space like I was mentioning before. And again, the whole point of this project, as I was mentioning before, was to make sure that I was able to rotate easily through the things that we store, because when you're prepping, you tend to store a lot more of something on hand than you can go through in a few weeks' time. So you want to make sure you're using the older things first. So I think what they say is first in, first out. So I am organizing these cans of tuna by date so that I know which ones to use first so that we don't have any expire before we can use them. Now I'm doing the same thing for these condensed milks and evaporated milks. I like to keep these on hand for if we didn't have access to regular milk. My children really enjoy drinking regular milk, so if we didn't have access to that, I would want them to still have something that would be similar. I really like how this turned out. It's a lot easier to see everything that I have and have them sorted by expiration date so that nothing goes to waste. Now, I do love them, and I think I'm going to work up to actually getting this entire shelf full of them. Right now I only have the 2, but what I had found was it really doesn't save me a whole lot of space right now unless I have at least
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10. Unless I have 10 cans of one specific thing, it's really not saving me a whole lot of space. So once I work up to having maybe 10 cans of peas and 10 cans of peaches and 10 cans of cream of soup or whatever. Once I have 10 cans of every single thing, I think these rotation gadgets are going to be really cool to use. So if you're interested in using these yourself, I do have them linked down below. So I put what I had the most of any one kind of thing in there right now, and of course that's Chef Boyardee pasta. We don't use it a whole lot, so I'm glad it's on a rotation system, but if there was ever a situation where the power was out and we had a limited amount of things that we could just eat right out of the can, my kids are kind of picky. I was hoping that they would enjoy these. They really haven't ever had them yet, so I don't know. I'll test it out soon, but I think if they're hungry enough, they'll eat those. So this video is part 1. I showed you what I did with my cans in the middle of the shelf. If you want to see part 2, coming out in the next few days of what I did with everything that was originally on this shelf, then make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when I post that video.